Welcome! In today's journey, we start at the very beginning, the origins of coffee. This rich, aromatic elixir that stirs our senses and fuels our days has a story as captivating as its flavor. Legend whispers of a humble beginning in the wild forests of ancient Ethiopia, where it was supposedly discovered by a goat herd named Kaldi. Kaldi noticed that his goats became unusually energetic after munching on the red berries of a certain bush. Intrigued, he shared this observation with a local abbot, who decided to experiment with these mysterious berries. The abbot brewed a drink with them, and lo and behold, found that it kept him alert through the long hours of evening prayers. The news of this invigorating brew began to spread, stirring intrigue and excitement. From these humble beginnings, the fame of coffee soon spread to the Sufi monasteries of Yemen, crossing the Red Sea's narrow strait. The Sufi monks, known for their night-long prayer sessions and mystical dances, found coffee to be an excellent companion. It helped them stay awake and focused, making their prayers even more profound. The monasteries became a hub for coffee cultivation and trade, marking the beginning of coffee's journey to the world stage. Coffee's tale is not just about a drink, but a cultural phenomenon that spread like wildfire. It was not long before coffee made its way from the monasteries to the bustling markets of the Middle East, then to the sophisticated salons of Europe, and eventually to the rest of the world. Every step of the way, coffee was embraced, adored, and integrated into daily life, becoming a symbol of hospitality, intellectual conversation, and of course, a source of delicious energy. Thus, the seeds of what we now know as coffee began to sprout, reaching out from its roots in Africa. As the world became interconnected, so did the journey of coffee. Think of it as an adventurer, setting sail from its birthplace in Ethiopia in the 15th century, destined to conquer the world. First, it made its way across the Red Sea to Yemen, where the mystics of Sufi monasteries savored it during their night-long prayer sessions. Their brew, infused with spices and boiled over a fire, was a far cry from our modern espresso, but it was coffee nonetheless. From Yemen, the aromatic beans journeyed to the grand bazaars of the Ottoman Empire, where coffee houses known as kahve canes sprang up, becoming hubs of social interaction and intellectual discourse. This was the first hint of the social phenomenon that coffee would become. The next leg of the journey took coffee to the shores of Europe in the 17th century. It was in Italy where coffee found its second home. Venice, a city known for its trade, opened the first European coffee house, and it wasn't long before coffee houses spread across the continent, from the grand cafes of Paris to the cozy tea rooms of England, which quickly made room for this new, exciting drink. Finally, the adventurer crossed the Atlantic, reaching the Americas, where vast plantations were established, forever changing the landscape and the economy of the New World. Coffee had truly become a global commodity. From a mystic's brew to a morning staple, coffee had truly gone global. With different soils, climates, and cultures, coffee too began to diversify. As we journey through the world of coffee, it's impossible to ignore the vast number of varieties that have sprung up. At the heart of this diversity are two main types of coffee beans, Arabica and Robusta. Arabica, considered the more refined of the two, is often associated with nuanced flavors and a smoother, less acidic taste. It's the darling of coffee connoisseurs, often showcased in gourmet coffee shops around the world. The Arabica plant is delicate, requiring specific growing conditions and meticulous care, which is reflected in its superior taste. On the other hand, Robusta is the hardier cousin. It's resistant to pests, can withstand varying climates, and yields a higher crop. In terms of taste, Robusta packs a punch with its bold, full-bodied flavor and higher caffeine content. It's often used in espresso blends, providing that much-needed morning jolt. But the story doesn't end there. The flavor profiles of these beans can vary dramatically based on where they are grown. From the volcanic soils of Costa Rica to the high-altitude terrains of Ethiopia, the environment in which a coffee plant is grown significantly influences its taste. This terroir, as wine enthusiasts would call it, results in a plethora of taste experiences, from fruity and floral to spicy and smoky. Indeed, the world of coffee is as diverse as the lands it is grown in. Coffee is not just a drink, but a craft, steeped in tradition and technique. Let's embark on a journey through time and across continents to explore traditional brewing methods that have stood the test of time. Our first stop is Turkey, home to the renowned Turkish coffee. This unique brewing method starts with the finest grind of coffee beans, even finer than espresso. It's then slowly boiled in a special pot called a çezve, and traditionally served in small cups where the grounds are allowed to settle. The result? A strong, rich, and frothy coffee that truly awakens the senses. Next, we make our way to Italy, the birthplace of espresso. Here, coffee is more than just a morning jolt. It's a way of life. Espresso is made by forcing a small amount of nearly boiling water under pressure through finely ground coffee beans. The result is a thicker, creamier coffee with a robust flavor profile that has become the backbone of many popular coffee beverages. Now let's journey to France, where the French press method reigns supreme. This method involves steeping coarsely ground coffee in boiling water within a cylindrical pot, then separating the grounds from the liquid with a metal or plastic mesh plunger. The result is a full-bodied and flavorful cup of coffee that is both elegant and easy to prepare. In every cup of coffee, there lies a tale of its origin and journey. Whether it's a robust Turkish coffee, a rich Italian espresso, or a smooth French press, each brew carries with it a piece of history and a tradition that continues to thrive in the hearts of coffee lovers worldwide. In the hands of creative baristas, coffee transforms into a canvas of culinary art. It's in this world of specialty coffee drinks that the humble coffee bean truly shines, showcasing its versatility and adaptability. Let's start with a fall favorite, the pumpkin spice latte. Combining the warming spices of autumn with a hearty espresso and velvety milk, this drink is a testament to coffee's ability to harmonize with a variety of flavors. Each sip is like a comforting embrace, reminding you of cozy sweaters and crisp fall leaves. Next up, we have the cold brew. This is where patience meets perfection. Coffee grounds are steeped in cool water for several hours, extracting a smooth, sweet, and full-bodied brew that's as refreshing as it is robust. It's a testament to coffee's adaptability, proving that it can be just as enjoyable served cold as it is hot. And finally, let's turn our attention to the affogato. This Italian masterpiece marries the worlds of dessert and coffee in a delightful union. A scoop of creamy vanilla ice cream is drowned in a shot of hot espresso, resulting in a dessert that's both cooling and warming, soothing and invigorating. It's a stark reminder of how coffee can transform a simple dessert into a gastronomic experience. From a simple bean to a complex brew, coffee indeed offers endless possibilities. It's a world that's constantly evolving, pushing boundaries and challenging our perceptions of what coffee can be. In many parts of the world, coffee is not just a beverage, but a way of life. From the cobblestone streets of Italy to the bustling coffee shops of Seattle, the ritual of coffee drinking is woven into the cultural fabric of societies across the globe. Let's take a journey through these different cultures and their coffee drinking rituals. In Ethiopia, the birthplace of coffee, the brewing and serving of coffee is a ceremonial process that can last for hours, signifying hospitality and respect. In Italy, espresso sipping is an integral part of the day, typically enjoyed standing at the bar, often accompanied by lively conversation. Across the Atlantic, in the United States, coffee shops serve as communal spaces, fostering connections among locals, while in Sweden, the tradition of fika, a break for coffee and a sweet treat, is a cherished daily ritual, symbolizing the importance of taking time out to relax and connect with others. In Vietnam, coffee is often enjoyed slowly, drip brewed at the table over sweet condensed milk, reflecting the Vietnamese ethos of taking time to appreciate the simple pleasures in life. And let's not forget the Turkish saying, "Coffee should be black as hell, strong as death, and sweet as love." This adage encapsulates the Turkish coffee drinking ritual, where the strong brew is traditionally savored in small sips, often accompanied by a piece of sweet Turkish delight. Indeed, coffee is a universal language, bringing people together one cup at a time. And that, dear viewers, concludes our journey into the world of coffee. We've traced the roots of coffee from Ethiopia, explored its global journey, and dived into the diverse varieties and brewing methods. We've even discovered the cultural significance of coffee and the inventive world of specialty drinks. It's a vast, aromatic world out there just waiting to be explored, so go ahead, find your favorite brew. Thank you for joining us on this caffeinated journey. Remember, every cup of coffee has a story. What's yours?